Just 3 episodes in, the new season of the smash Disney Plus hit The Mandalorian has continued to see Mando and the child exploring parts yet unseen in the galaxy far, far away. It's also found them encountering creatures too frightful to mention for those who fear things with more than 4 legs. Chapter 11 of The Mandalorian thankfully took a bit of a break from the creature feature fantasia that dominated the first 2 episodes. Well, sort of. Titled The Heiress, the latest entry in Mando's quest to return the child to his people, saw the duo hitting the high seas, and indeed running into yet another beastly foe. Luckily, Mando also ran into some people of his own, as he and the child are helped out of their jam by a band of Mandalorian allies. While this episode of The Mandalorian expands the world of the weapon-worshipping religious sect in fascinating new ways, the arrival of those helmet-eschewing allies undoubtedly delighted die-hard Star Wars fans, because there are some very familiar Clone Wars names involved. Chief among this is Bo-Katan, who featured prominently in the beloved animated series as the head of House Kryze and former Regent of Mandalore.
What are you waiting for? Get out there!
She was also the one-time wielder of the Darksaber, whose history she also details in The Heiress. While Star Wars fans were no doubt elated to hear the story and see Bo-Katan in the flesh, they were likely just as happy to see the face of the actor portraying the fearsome warrior, as she also voiced the character in the animated series. Her name is Katie Sackhoff, and any true sci-fi fan should be quite familiar with her face. Here's why Bo-Katan from The Mandalorian looks so familiar. If you do call yourself a true sci-fi fan, Katie Sackhoff's face is probably familiar to you, because it was often front and center on one of the best-loved sci-fi programs of the past 2 decades. That series was Ronald D. Moore's utterly brilliant modern update of the classic sci-fi saga Battlestar Galactica, which found the last remnants of humanity on the run from a murderous race of man-made android enemies, and in desperate search of a fabled planet that may serve as mankind's new home.
I've been to Earth. I know where it is.
The series premiered on Sci-Fi back in 2004 and quickly became a massive hit with both fans of the original 1970s show and those who had never heard of Adama, Apollo, Cylons, or Viper fighters. Even if they'd never heard those names, it's possible they had heard the name Starbuck before, not only from the pages of Herman Melville's iconic novel Moby Dick, but also because the hotshot Viper pilot's name was probably the most prominent to arise from the original Battlestar Galactica series. Portrayed by Dirk Benedict in the original series, Starbuck got a much-needed modernizing for the sci-fi series reboot, with Moore transforming the cocksure pilot into a fearsome femme the likes of which sci-fi fans had never really seen before. And yes, Katie Sackhoff was the actor tasked with resurrecting the character for the new Battlestar Galactica. To simply say she did that would be a gross understatement, though. More than any actor in the series, Sackhoff didn't just resurrect her character, she wholly reinvented it, delivering what can only be described as a towering performance almost too big even for the epic series around it. Of course, if you somehow slept on Battlestar Galactica over the years, it's possible you recognize Sackhoff from a plethora of other notable small-screen turns, as the actor has also appeared on the likes of Longmire, 24, and most recently Netflix's Another Life. She also turned up in a certain CW Arrowverse hit as one of DC Comics' toughest underground kingpins. That Arrowverse hit is none other than The Flash, which means the underground in question belongs to Barry Allen's hometown of Central City. And yes, that was indeed Katie Sackhoff portraying the nefarious Amunet Black on the hit CW drama. A metahuman with significant power, Amunet Black was the premier dealer of weaponizing tech on Central City's black market, and therefore supplied many of Team Flash's foes with the destructive tools of their villainous trades. In turn, Amunet Black's business dealings more often than not put her in direct conflict with Barry and his allies. In spite of her prominent role in the Central City underworld, Sackhoff's character appeared in just 6 episodes of The Flash during its 7-season run on the CW, most of which came in the series' 4th season. But even in such a limited capacity, Sackhoff more than made her mark on the series, crafting a villainess as ruthless, relentless, and delightfully devious as any that has ever faced off against Barry and his do-gooding gang, even if the character doesn't always get the respect she so richly deserves. While Katie Sackhoff has largely made her name on television, the actor has managed to rack up some impressive big-screen credits over the years. She actually got her first big break after landing a key role in 2002's flawed but fun Halloween sequel, Halloween Resurrection, and has since appeared in genre delights like 2013's Riddick and 2016's gothic chiller Don't Knock Twice. If you want to see Katie Sackhoff at her big screen best, however, look no further than the 2013 creeper she made with Mike Flanagan. Yes, that Mike Flanagan, the very genre mastermind behind such modern horror classics as Hush, Gerald's Game, Dr. Sleep, and Netflix's breathtaking The Haunting of Hill House series. Before delivering those frightful delights to the masses, Flanagan actually scored a modest hit with a little haunted mirror creeper by the name of Oculus. It's understandable if the term haunted mirror made you cringe a little. And the initial setup of Flanagan's Oculus, which follows a woman attempting to clear her brother of murder charges by proving the culprit was actually the haunted artifact in question, really is a bit silly. But if Flanagan has proven anything over the years, it's that he can turn even the silliest of premises into a soul-stirring and genuinely terrifying cinematic treat. That's just what Flanagan does with Oculus, delivering a haunted mirror marvel that simply has no business being as effective as it is. Flanagan bolsters the film's impact by pulling brilliant turns from his cast, including Karen Gillan, Brenton Thwaites, Rory Cochrane, and a never-better Katie Sackhoff as the tragically departed family matriarch. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about The Mandalorian are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.